Rub-a-dub-dub, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. It's the Fleischer Forum. We've only got a few minutes. We're gonna get this thing started. Got about an hour, 45 minutes of fresh Fleischer right from today's docket. We're gonna talk about it. Had some interesting things happen. A lot of things to talk about tonight. We'll get it started in just a couple minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fleischer Forum. I am your host, Lone Wolf Usul. We have about an hour and 45 minutes of some fresh Fleischer coming up right now from today's docket. If you've seen it, now's your chance to talk about it. Let's get it done. Have some fun. Ladies and gentlemen, Fleischer. Judge Fleischer. What am I saying? I'm an idiot.
Ready to roll?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Judge.
Alex,
Page-
ready? Let's roll.
Page 6, Davila, come on up.
Yasmin Davila?
Yes.
Davila, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. On October 17, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a one motor vehicle accident at 2000 block of Forest Oaks Road in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer observed the defendant standing near the driver's side door of his vehicle, and the officer observed the vehicle to be completely disabled since it had crashed against a large tree. The defendant admitted to being the sole occupant and driver of the vehicle, and the officer observed the defendant to have slurred speech, a moderate odor of an alcoholic beverage, and red glossy eyes. The defendant admitted to drinking, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, and the one leg stand was 3 out of 4. The DIC was read, but the defendant refused, and a blood warrant was obtained and executed.
Okay, Ms. Davila, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a Texas driver license, ma'am? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? Then you're not allowed to drive. If you don't have car insurance, you may not drive, and I'm making that a condition of your bond. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of dope, I will put you in jail. Alex, she has a prior obstruction of a highway. Those are usually DWIs that are reduced to either like a reckless or a obstruction. Is this a prior DWI that was reduced? And if you can run her to see if she has any DWIs from elsewhere, please.
Yes, Your Honor, and the obstruction does not appear to be a prior DWI that was
Is it true
reduced.
obstruction?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'll run her NCIC and double check for you.
Please.
Your Honor, she has no other prior DWIs or open cases.
The reason I'm asking that, ma'am, is that if I see that you had any prior contacts, I would put an interlock on your car. I'm not going to at this point, but I am ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. If I find that you're consuming anything, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
I do.
What do you do for a living, man? How old are you?
I'm 20. I'm a bartender.
You're 20?
8.
You're 28. Where do you bartend at?
Um,
At a local bar?
Heights. No, I live 30 minutes away from it.
Be careful. Temptation is high when you work in a bar. Understand, I'm not going to accept this. Oh, a beer fell into my mouth, or I slipped and fell and alcohol came. Doesn't matter. Don't consume alcohol. You understand? How much money do you make a month, man?
Say 2,000.
Are you married?
I'm not.
Children? Can you afford a lawyer?
I can't. No.
Let's do this. I'll have you fill out an application. I need to know everything about you. I need to know how much money you have in the bank, your expenses, all income that you have coming in from any other places, whether it be this or that. I need to know everything about you, and I'll see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. We'll have you fill that out. I'm now going to also have you sign an affidavit that you're not allowed to drive until you have car insurance. And then I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. You'll eventually get with pre-trial your bond conditions, and then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box. Okay, please.
Newman. Case 14.
Are you Miss Newbin? Miss Newbin, you're charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you can afford one. One will be appointed to you.
On October 16, 2024, the officers were dispatched to a citizen following a failure to stop and give information suspect in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the complainant, whose vehicle had a large-sized dent in the rear quarter panel with damages that appeared to be new. The defendant's vehicle had minor dents and scratches on the left panel of the motor vehicle. The complainant stated he was driving when the defendant tried to change lanes into the lane the complainant was in, but the defendant ended up hitting the complainant instead. The complainant stated the defendant quickly drove southbound, stopped one time, and stated she would not provide information regarding an accident that had only caused some scratches and bumps. The complainant stated the defendant then drove away and the complainant followed her to an apartment complex, with the gate closing before the complainant could follow her inside. The defendant stated she was driving. She attempted to get over to the far left lane. The complainant was on the phone and not paying attention, and she hit the complainant, causing minor scratches and dents. The defendant stated the complainant looked crazy, so she did not stop and kept driving into other parking lots to avoid the complainant. The defendant stated there were only minor damages, so she should not have to provide information. The damage was approximately $200.
Okay. Ms. Newbin, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? You are not allowed to drive. I am making that a condition of your bond. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising you're not going to drive. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? If you want to drive, all I'm asking you to do is follow the law, get a license, get liability insurance, and then I'll let you drive. But if I find that you drive in violation of this, there's going to be a heavy, heavy toll. Do you understand? What do you do for a living, man?
Hairstylist,
How much money do you make a month?
around 2,500.
Do you have any children?
Yes.
How many children do you have? Do you get support for the kids? You want to apply for an appointed lawyer? Okay, I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. She's gonna give you an application for a court appointed lawyer. I need you to fill out everything for me and be honest, and I'll see whether you qualify. After that, I'll have you take a seat. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, right? Okay? Please.
Page 6, Cruz Mendoza, Spanish speaker.
Good morning,
Hi,
yeah.
Irma. How are you?
Good, good, how are you?
Your timing is impeccable.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Ready.
Let's go. Do you want a second to talk to him first?
Just the arraignment, right?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Okay, let's just do it.
Do you want to wait?
We're good. We're
You're
good.
good?
I've already
Okay.
spoken.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Cruz Mendoza. Sir, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On October 16th, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop for the defendant impeding traffic and for an improper turn. The defendant was the sole occupant and operator of the motor vehicle. Upon contact, the officer observed the defendant with red, watery, bloodshot eyes, an odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, and poor balance. The defendant appeared confused and was unable to tell the officer where she was coming from. The defendant advised he consumed 4 12-ounce Corona beers and 1 40-ounce Corona beer prior to operating the vehicle. 9 open containers of 12-ounce Corona beers were located inside the motor vehicle, all cold to the touch.
Drinking while he's driving? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN was 6 out of 6. Walk and turn 8 out of 8. One leg stand 0 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to grab. The results were 0.138 and 0.14.
Mr. Cruz Mendoza, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I would hope that you recognize it's elementary that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you are driving. And I'm going to tell you now that in and of itself is a minimum of 5 days in jail to any sentence that you get. What is your immigration status in this country? Are you here with or without permission?
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
Va a la cárcel. I
Think.
don't know. Piense.
Don't tell him, Enrique. I
No
want
le
him to
diga,
think.
Enrique. Quiero que lo piense.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Sin permiso. Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
¿Acaso usted va a la cárcel? Deportation.
Right. Exactly right.
Yeah.
You will get an immigration detainer. You will be stuck like Chuck in jail until this case is over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration, where you will sit for another 6 to 9 months waiting for immigration to do whatever they're going to do. And I'm going to tell you now, if you do anything close to anything more than 4 hours in custody, they will put a detainer on you. Do you understand?
¿Entiende? Yeah.
I'm putting conditions on your bond now. And if I find that you violate them in any way, I will put you in jail and you will not get any more PR bonds. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, you are not to drive. I am now making that a condition of your bond. Do not drive. Do you understand?
¿Entiende? Yes.
I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol and kind of drugs, likewise, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds.
Voy a encarcelar y no voy a...
I didn't have any pride either, guys, Alex.
Señor
No, Your Honor.
presidente, es más señor.
Have a great
Ok,
lawyer.
usted tiene un gran abogado.
It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Ramirez, and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games and not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Va a haber orden de arresto.
Do you understand?
¿Entiende?
I'm going to tell you now that I will do everything in my power to protect this county.
Ah,
I will protect this county at all costs. This is the only warning that you are going to get from us, so I hope that you heed it. There will be no more for you.
de que no va a haber otra.
I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I'll get you to Victoria, where we'll have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with pretrial for your bond conditions. And after that, you guys are free to go. Be safe when you're out there and make good decisions.
Cuidado cuando andas allá afuera y
Judge, I've
tome
asked
buenas
the state to sign
decisiones.
a standard discovery order for your execution. I don't know where it's at.
It's with Chief.
I'll sign it for you, Nathan. Okay,
Pase para acá.
Page
Judge,
19.
just for the record, the state refused to sign it, so I'm writing refused on here
really?
and submitting it to the court for execution and implementation. Thank you.
Judge, I'm not refusing.
Sign it then. Sign it.
Hold on. Generally, these discovery orders are status and have police assign the order that the judge will sign. I'm just not agreeing to the motion. I'm
Okay,
not refusing to sign.
got it. It's not a big deal. I'll sign it for you, and I got it for you.
This is Mr. Steed, Your Honor. Page 19.
Ernest Javon Steed.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Steed, you're charged with violation of a bond condition or protective order. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On October 2nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant stated that the defendant came to her apartment and rang the doorbell. The complainant has footage of the defendant from the doorbell camera showing him outside her apartment door trying to talk to her through the camera. On June 5th, 2024, the court issued a protective order which states the defendant is prohibited from coming within 200 feet of the complainant's residence, and the order is in full effect until June 5th, 2026. The defendant was given notice on May 31st, 2024 of the application of the order and was in a Zoom video on the date of the hearing.
Is this from the 280,
Yes, Your Honor.
the domestic violence court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you know if he has any open cases now anywhere else? You mind checking?
I'll run. NCIC, Your Honor. No open cases, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Steed, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I want you to understand that the Texas Constitution does not allow me, but in extremely limited circumstances, to hold someone at no bond, zero bond. This is one of those cases that if we put conditions on your violation of protective order and you violate these conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond until this case is over with. And I will do that in a heartbeat to protect every single person of this county. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm ordering you now not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of any weapons. I'm not asking much. I'm just asking you, don't have any contact with this person. Don't go near within 200 feet of where they live or where they work. If you violate it again, you know what's going to happen. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you see a mark that's been granted on this one? I want to make you aware of one more thing, that I'm going to enter, and if there's not a protective order now, other than the one in there, I'm going to enter in a new one right now. And if you violate the protective order again, you will be charged with a third-degree felony, looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary, because a second or subsequent violation of protective order, that's a third-degree felony, and you're looking at a lot of time in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No means no. Doesn't mean maybe, doesn't mean she called me, asked me to come over. Just no means no. That's it. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. Magistrate order for emergency protection that identifies Brianna Ford as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot stalk, threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior, you cannot go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works, and you cannot be in possession of a weapon. Do you understand? No one can authorize you to violate this statute. So if she were to call you and say, hey, man, come on over, let's talk about this, and you go to that address listed in here, you're still in violation. So just don't have any contact with the person. Don't go over there and you'll be fine.
Okay.
What do you do for a living?
Photographer, and I do Uber as well.
Do you have a Texas driver license?
Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi.
How
I'm
long?
back and forth.
What's the domicile? Where do you live?
I live in Houston, but I do a lot of photography in Mississippi, so I kind of go back and forth on the weekends.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes.
Have car insurance in your name?
Yes.
Okay. As long as you have car insurance in your name and you have a license and you may continue to drive, just don't violate this protective order.
Yes, sir.
We are going to give you time for you to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you come up here, sign the protective order. We'll give you a copy of the protective order. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat while I get your bond conditions for you, no contact, no weapons. After you sign it, you'll be free to go. All right? Come on. Hey, guys, can I give you a cause number? 2535197. It's a 2B. Read it and then let's talk.
Mr. Ibrahim Ali?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Joe.
People still meet on that website and allow people to come to their house. Just,
Yeah,
really? It's silly.
I guess it happens.
So someone you've never met before, you meet them off of a grinder and just let them, I don't get it. I don't,
Off of the wallet.
and then, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see when this person gets here.
It will. It will. Thanks for bringing it to our attention.
Lori,
All right, Judge, good morning. I'm here on Bashiro Cardball. This is a case that's old. It is a criminal trespass that happened at the same place where he broke into a person's house and got into bed with the woman. And you said you wanted to carry it to trial, but then they reset the trial to February of 2025. I'm wanting this case dismissed, or we'll,
and I don't think that we're doing any good by doing that, Lori. I think that, this is one of those where it just keeps coming back. And I think that we need to have a TRAS to see where we go. To see.
Well,
how do we help him?
he's going to the penitentiary upstairs on the Berg Half.
Michael, do you mind looking at Mr. Cargbo with a K, K-A-R? We have every once in a while that defendant that keeps coming back, trespass after trespass after trespass after trespass, or theft after theft after, and we time serve it, they go out. Time serve it, go out. Time serve it, go out. I'm done. I'm done with the catch and release. So what I'd like to do is TRAS, how do we help this person? How do we stop the revolving door, right? Problem is that he's got the Berg Hab upstairs.
And they've got a 20-year TDC.
20 years.
This is a case where we can help the defendant in the misdemeanor court, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's going to the
As much as I'd like
penitentiary
to.
upstairs.
I just don't think this case, he's going to Huntsville either way. It's just a matter of how long. I mean, our offer is 20 to avoid trial, but.
The offer's what?
20 to avoid trial, but.
Isn't that the max? That's the
No, he's
max.
15 to life, Judge.
Oh, he's a 15 to life.
Yes, Judge.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
I'm
realize.
assuming on a burg with intent to commit sexual assault with these facts, without a ton of mitigation, that's easily 20, if not more.
Oh,
So,
didn't realize that I had all that baggage.
Yeah.
Lori, I guess you're right, huh? You want to set
Yeah.
it for after the day after felony then?
Yes, sir. I just need your permission to do that.
So let's set it 45 days out just in case.
Okay,
Just in case something happens, we'll do that, come back. If it's still on the same path upstairs, we'll do another 45.
okay.
Wait it out. I'm with you as far as, I guess, just holding it to see what happens. But if for some reason, like just for S and giggles, they end up dismissing the case upstairs, I'm not time served. I don't want to time serve. And then I want to do TRAS to see where we go. You never know what happens upstairs, right?
You should. You should.
If it goes 20, then obviously we can't do anything. But if they end up dismissing it or reducing it to a misdemeanor and it's the time served on a misdemeanor, I'm not,
I would never time serve this case out of the judge.
yeah, okay.
I'll just deal with that issue.
All right. Okay. All right, Lori, thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
Just pick a day, any day.
December 10th to the 12th.
Did you hear
That's
that?
fine.
Any day?
She said December 10th, right?
Yes.
Done.
That's fine. Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Lori. You too. Hi. Good morning.
I'm here this morning representing Brian Huey.
Huey.
Yes, it's on today's docket for bail review.
Page 33.
Thanks.
So Mr. Huey has two failure to IDs, an older one, and he recently picked up another one while waiting on a metro platform. I've discussed the matter with him and with the district attorney. Mr. Huey's issue right now is he's homeless for economic reasons. He says he's looking for employment. He does not have a phone, but he shared with me his email and his mother's number, which he occasionally speaks with his mother and can receive messages there. So I think there is a possibility if he received a PR bond, I'd be able to keep up with him.
Do you mind now, Mr. Huey, please? Huey. Give me a second. I want to talk to you.
Yeah. But he's expressed a desire to resolve this today with a plea. And I spoke with the district attorney. He's willing to dismiss one if he pleads.
Time served the other one.
And time served on the
I
other.
get it. Problem is that he's been on the lam for 10 months. You know, we gave him a PR bond. He's been gone for 9.5 months. We now have him. Only reason is because something happened to get the attention of the cops. He's now in jail.
He didn't have a ticket for the metro.
So he just what?
No,
Got a
so
ride on it?
he was
Is that
good.
what-
Right, he was using the metro train without a fare.
We talked to him and see,
That's what's alleged.
you know, I'm not letting him loose to the street. If he has a place to go to, I'm happier to do it than I'm not gonna just let him on the street. We did that one time. What happened? You know?
Have a social worker from the map.
So, well, not necessarily that. If you're able to get a hold of mom, if he knows mom's phone number, call mom, and she says, "Hey, I'm willing to take him in," then we can do that and you know, do release instructions. But in no way am I releasing him to the street. We've done that before, and this is what happens. You know, so it would be foolish to keep doing the same thing. But if we have a place for him to go to, I'm game.
Okay.
And I'll tell him when he comes out. Hugh, you want to talk to me while we're,
I have a couple of guys in custody.
okay, tell me, come on,
Javier Gallendo.
okay?
He was taken into custody several weeks ago for failed drug tests. I wanted to approach on the PR bond. 'Cause I just spoke with him and it seems like he is just a completely different person now. He's been off, he's cleaned up and he's, and so he does have that.
Wonders what
felony.
jail will do to you, you know, and to your mind, how to clean you up.
Yeah. Being sober for a couple of weeks, he seems a lot better.
We took him in, when did we take him in?
He was on the,
Been about 10 days ago.
yes. And he also has there's the felony that's attached to this. That setting is on December 5th, but he's bond available on the felony, so. This is the only thing that's holding him.
Alex, what's going on with the felony case with Mr. Galindo?
In the felony case right now, there are 2 offers on it. There's a 5-year deferred and a 2-year TDC offer on there. And as of now, that's all we have.
And it's-
With legs. All right, come on,
Morning, Mr. Huey. How's jail?
I'm cold.
Yeah, that's true. It's cold, dark, smells. That's right. Your lawyer has asked for me to give you a PR bond. Why would I do that? You don't come to court. We give you a PR bond, you go back on the street, and then do whatever you want. You don't come back to court.
I'll make it this time, I promise.
Uh-huh. We've heard that before, Mr. Huey. Uh-huh. We've heard that before, Mr. Huey. He's asked for me to give you a PR bond. The only way I'm going to let you out is if you have a place to go to. I'm not letting you out to the street. If you have a place to go to, that someone's going to take you in and let you sleep there. And one of the conditions of your bond will be that you go to this place and that you stay there. I don't want you roaming the streets. Nothing good happens on the streets. How old are you? Oof.
Order in the court.
The hard living 42, man. You don't look 42. And I'm going to tell you, living on the streets, 15 years will pass in the blink of an eye. When you're 50, you're going to look like you're 120 because that's the hard living on the street. And I'm not done with that. And it's not going to happen here. So if you can find a place that's willing to take him in and that's willing to keep him there for an extended period, meaning that he stays there for most of the day and just roam the street using. If I drug test you now, what are you going to test positive for?
Yeah, probably not. I'll be honest, probably not. Marijuana, and that's it.
What else?
That's it, marijuana.
I don't believe that. What else, Mr. Huey? If you're not honest with me, I'm not giving you a PR bond.
Silence in the court.
I did PCP about 2 weeks ago.
Stop. It's ruining your life.
Yes, sir.
I don't see what the fascination with PCP is, man. Reach out, see who you can find out who he's got in his life, who's ready to take him in, and then we'll talk. But if you find someone, I'm down, but not to the street.
Your Honor, if I'm unable to find someone, are you open to us approaching on
It's
it?
open to anything, of course. You know,
If he does elect to accept the plea offer from the district attorney and do the time served, is that?
I'm going to tell you this, Mr. Huey, now that I'm done with catch and release. And I'm done with the fact that you continue to pick up cases and then get out of here on time served. This is not a revolving door. So if you're someone who's going to continue to catch cases and get into jail, I'm going to have you TRAS. And if they recommend residential treatment, that's what we're going to do. So no more of this catch and release. Do you understand? Okay. All right. You let me know. Okay.
And Your Honor, just so you know, I do have the answer about this phone situation.
Okay. We'll talk. Okay.
It's for Galindo.
So first thing I want to do is, and did we have any TRAS yet?
No.
Let's do that first. I want to see how we go forward with him. I want to know what's going on specifically with his life. And depending on how honest he is and what they say, we'll talk about doing some kind of treatment and a release for treatment. And we use jail as a sanction. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I want him to get treatment and we'll use jail as a kind of the proverbial carrot, you know?
Okay.
So first things first, let me have him TRAS to see which way we go. And then we'll talk when we get the results, which hopefully we can have it by mid next week.
Okay.
Because I will TRAS him within, there's no way today, right? Monday, you think? Monday or Tuesday. I don't want you to burn any bridges, you know?
Council, what was that?
We'll expedite it so it gets done quick. So he's not going to sit there for a week.
So I'll just get it setting for next week.
Get it for maybe next Wednesday. We should hopefully have the results then, and then let him know to be honest, because if he's not honest and it comes back and it's little bunny jumping in the woods, I'm going to send him back to do it again.
Yeah. Okay. And I do know he has a place to go. Like his sister's a teacher and I've spoken with her before. So
Will she take him?
yes, that's at least.
You were sure?
Yeah, well, that's what he's told me. I've not spoken with her about that.
There's a big, yeah, because,
Yeah.
you know, before we release him, I want to also know that he's not on the street, huh? Okay, who else? What else?
Then I also have Timothy Smart, and he's in custody as well. He's going to seek a PR bond on this one. I did have him psych tested and came back competent. So he does have he says he has a place to.
Dude, he never appears. He doesn't even come to court.
Okay.
Bond is a 7503 because he doesn't show up.
Okay.
He's taken off 1, 2. We gave him a general order bond 6/29/24. Then we gave him a PR bond on 7/18/24, and then we gave him yet another PR bond on 9/1/24. And he has not shown up any of those times. So
Understood.
who else?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Find out what's going on with him. Is he on the street as well?
Yes.
You know,
He says he does have a place to stay, has a friend that lives near Navigation that he can stay with.
I can't. I mean, it's his 4th trespass on the prior assault that we had with him early
I think
last year,
that was dismissed.
2004. So he never shows up. If you want, I can tell him to, you know, we can bring out and I can talk to him if you
No,
want.
so I'll speak with him. I'll let him know. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I'll get his, because I just received the discovery on his case. So I'll just set it probably for next week.
Sure. Okay.
All right, great. Thank you, Judge.
Hi. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not approaching you on any case. I just wanted to come and introduce myself. I'm
Hi.
taking some court appointments in here. So
You're doing what?
taking some court appointments and.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
great.
so-
Yeah, thanks for helping. I mean, we've done quite a bit. You didn't get any?
I got 2.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
sir. Yes, so.
Well, let us know whatever you need.
Thank you.
Happy
I
to help.
appreciate it. Alrighty. Thank you. Bye.
Nice to meet you. Hey, who got her?
Right, yes, yesterday.
Don't talk to him or else I'm going to put you in back. Do you understand? You are not allowed to talk to people in the jury box. In the purple, can you move him over there, please? You, over there. This isn't the club, man.
Is this your signature? Would you swear that you give me documents?
I'm sorry.
Do you swear that you give me documents?
Yes.
Thank you. Next, I'm gonna take your right thumb through and then press it down on that line.
Hey, Greg. That's your client right there.
Yeah.
And talk. She's getting antsy. If you'd mind talking to her, please.
I'm gonna talk to them real quick, and I'm gonna get a reset down here and I'll talk to her about it.
Honey, hey, talk to me.
Just reapproaching about Mr. Huey.
Okay.
So I attempted to contact his mother. I haven't had a response yet. I have called the Star of Hope, which is a place he's stayed previously. They do have space available.
Yeah.
They don't do intake over the phone. He has to show up in person.
I'm not going to trust that to happen.
Okay.
I don't think he'll do that.
Okay.
You know, even if we were to get him, the only way was if I have release instructions to someone who would actually take him there, and they don't do that at Star Hope. The only way they do that is at like the mental health, the Ed Emmett mental health facility. So let's do this. Can we roll it to tomorrow? Will you continue to reach out to mom, see if it happens? I really, if I say, hey, go to the Star Hope, you think he's gonna go?
I don't have background to know with this particular client. He does know where it is. He told me the directions to it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that
He's gonna go.
I don't know, Your Honor.
So, did you were you able to leave a message? on mom?
No, but I did text her. So I call, it doesn't go to voicemail, it just clicks off. Yeah, so I've sent a text to the number with my information.
Gonna roll it to tomorrow? What would you like?
I'll see what I think his preference may be to accept the plea offer rather than roll it. Is what his preference would be.
I don't feel comfortable letting him out because I don't think he's gonna show up. I mean, history shows that he's not gonna show up, so.
I can't dispute that.
Do you want me not to accept it?
I think he knows his interests better than me. I know that he has shared with me that he has a medical condition that he takes medicine for. That he's able to get it bent off. He tells me that the jail's been giving it to him infrequently. So he wants to get to bent off to take his medicine. Also, what he's charged, he's not breaking windows, he's not accosting people. He was trying to ride the metro. And of the things I see my clients accused of, that seems.
I understand it's not bad. Like, it's not the end of the world. I get it. But he still doesn't show up. If I let him out again, he's not going to show up. It's been 10 months.
Which is why I'm inclined to, if he wants to plead and resolve this.
If he wants to do that, I'm okay with it as well. But I don't think he's going to show up by like PR.
I can't argue that.
So I guess let him see what he wants to do. If he wants to do it, I'm okay with it, obviously. And if he's okay waiting, seeing if we can find him a place, or with the social work, perhaps they'll offer him PTI, so they'll end up dismissing it.
I think you'd have the same difficulty completing a PTI. I think more.
Really?
He's homeless, sir. I mean, it's just. I mean, he's not able to get the fare for a metro. So.
That's my choice, though. If he's got a mom, it's choices, I guess talk to him, let me know what to do. If he wants to take the deal, okay. But I'm just not comfortable giving him a PR one because I don't think he's going to show up, right?
Understood.
And I certainly don't want to just release him on the street. I mean, if he has a place to go to, I told you I'll give him a PR bond. But as it stands now, I'm not going to trust for him to go to Starbucks because I know he's not going to go.
Okay.
He'd rather be on the street than, why would you rather be on the street than at mom's house? Because he wants to use PCP. And
I'm sure.
It's a lifestyle, I guess, right? Not one that you and I like, but it's a lifestyle some people choose.
I don't pretend to understand, though. There might be mental health issues. There maybe there's issues with the family. You just never know the full story.
Okay.
I've talked to him for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. Ma'am, can you please? Well, have you explained the plea paperwork to him?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. Probably about 3 or 4 times.
Does he understand it?
When I explained, he says he understands. Probably 5 minutes later, he'll tell me he didn't. But then again, I explain and he's fine. But I just asked him, he said he understands.
What's his last name again? Last name?
His last name is Panapulam.
Okay, Miss Abraham. Miss Abraham.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. I'm here.
Okay, I am here with everyone.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me and see me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
TV's.
Let me see if I can, sometimes it works, sometimes they don't. Let me see if we make them work this time.
Why are they so moody?
Can you hear me? Can you
Everyone
hear
in my
me, Your
life.
Honor?
The TVs are moody. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to
Can
get
you
the
hear me, sir?
TVs to work so that he can see you.
Okay.
You give me a brief rendition of what happened, will you, Alex?
Yes, Judge. Yeah. So briefly, it says in May of 2024, officers were dispatched to the residence in Harris County, Texas, and the witness advised that she and her mother bought new locks for their bedrooms and needed help installing them, so they hired a handyman. And the handyman was addressing the mother and not the father, and this caused the father to get upset and cause a verbal dispute between him and her mother. And the verbal dispute escalated, and the father walked up to the mother and ended up face to face with her, where he raised his right hand with an open palm and told her, "I am going to hit you." And that's when the mother stated that, or I'm sorry, the daughter stated she stepped in between her father and her mother to prevent her mother from being hit. And then the witness contacted the police and added that this has also happened in the past. And in this case, yes, sir, that's what we have.
This is Panam Palam, right? Panam Palam? That's what we're talking about?
Yes,
okay.
sir. And to be clear, in this case, the complainant is the mother and the daughter is the witness, and then the defendant is the father that was mentioned in that summary.
Okay, so Miss Abraham, I'm going to start going through everything and hopefully we'll see if the TV start working. Mr. Panam
Yes, sir.
Palam.
Yes, sir.
We're charged with harassment. Okay, ma'am, if you would meet.
உங்க வந்துட்டு நீங்க வீட்ல வந்துட்டு சண்டை போட்டீங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க. கேக்குதா பணப்பழங்காரு சார்? உங்களுக்கு கேக்குதா நான் சொல்றது?
We're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. She froze.
வீட்ல சொல்லிருக்காங்க.
Okay.
I can't see to hear his response.
You're cutting out a lot, Miss Abraham.
I'm sorry. Is this better, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
So you were charged.
பணப்பழங்காரங்க நீங்க வந்துட்டு வீட்ல சண்டை போட்டிருக்கீங்கன்னு சொல்லிருக்காங்க.
Okay.
Did you tell him that he's facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine?
கேக்குதா நான் சொல்றது உங்களுக்கு?
கேக்குது மேம்.
நீங்க வந்துட்டு வீட்ல சண்டை போட்டிருக்கீங்கன்னு சொல்றாங்க.
ஆமா.
Yes, I did have an altercation at home.
You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for 1 day.
Your Honor, you're breaking up too. Could you repeat that for me again, please?
They have worked out an agreement where they're offering him 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that he has done.
உங்களுக்கு வந்துட்டு 3 நாள் ஜெயில் கொடுத்திருக்கிறதுக்கு அக்ரிமெண்ட் போட்டிருக்காங்க.
Okay.
பரவாயில்லையா உங்களுக்கு அது?
நான் போனேன்.
போறீங்களா?
நான் இருந்தேன் 3 days.
What did he say?
நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்க எனக்கு கேட்க மாட்டேங்குது. மறுபடியும் சொல்லுங்க.
3 days.
என்ன சொன்னீங்க?
இல்ல அவங்க என்னைய ஜெயில வச்சவங்க 3 days.
என்ன சொன்னீங்க?
என்ன
ஜெயில
ஜெயில
போறேன்னு சொல்றீங்களா இல்லையான்னு சொல்றீங்களா?
இல்ல நான் போறேன்.
He's not completing sentences, Your Honor.
Sorry?
போறேன்னு சொல்றீங்களா?
ஆமா.
He's not completing his sentences. ஜட்ஜ் சொல்றாங்க உங்களுக்கு 3 நாள் ஜெயில் போட்டுருக்காங்கன்னு சொல்றாங்க. அது நீங்க ஒத்துக்கிறீங்களா?
ஆமா ஒத்துக்கிறேன்.
Tell him please that the sentence is complete today.
Okay.
However, he will end up with a conviction on his record. Please.
அந்த 3 நாள் ஜெயில் சென்டென்ஸ் வந்துட்டு முடிஞ்சிடுது. ஆனா உங்க ரெக்கார்ட்ல வந்துட்டு அது இருக்கும். நீங்க இப்படி ஜெயில் போயிருக்கீங்கன்னு ஒரு எழுதி இருக்கும். பரவாயில்லையா?
பரவாயில்ல.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail.
இப்போ நீங்க உங்களுக்கு வந்துட்டு 30 நாள் ஜெயில் போறதுக்கு சம்பாவனை இருக்கு.
ஆமா.
Okay.
Okay.
Give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement.
உங்க வந்துட்டு நீங்க என்ன பண்ண முடியுமோ அது நிறைய நீங்க இந்த அக்ரிமெண்ட் இந்த ஒப்பந்தம் உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சதுன்னா உங்களுக்கு வந்துட்டு நிறைய ரைட்ஸ் இருக்காது, நிறைய உரிமை இருக்காது.
ஓகே.
பரவாயில்லையா?
பரவாயில்ல.
I'm good with that too.
You're telling me that you don't want to go to trial.
நீங்க சொல்றீங்க உங்களுக்கு இந்த கேஸ் வந்துட்டு கோர்ட்டுக்கு எடுக்காம இருக்கணும் நீங்க பாக்குறீங்க இல்லையா?
ஆமா.
Yes, I'm trying not to go to trial.
You do not want to confront and cross-examine your accusers.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that again, Your Honor?
He does not
Please.
want to confront and cross-examine his accusers.
So உங்களுக்கு வந்து யார் சொல்லிருக்காங்களோ நீங்க இந்த தப்பு பண்ணிருக்கீங்கன்ட்டு அவங்க கிட்ட வந்துட்டு நீங்க பேசி கேள்வி கேட்கறதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு தேவையில்லைன்னு சொல்றீங்க.
ஆமா. I ஒத்துக்கொள்றேன்.
அப்படிதானே?
Yeah.
Is he a citizen of the United
Yes.
States?
I agree to that.
Yeah.
நீங்க நீங்க அமெரிக்காக்கு சிட்டிசனா?
ஆமா.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
If you are not, there are consequences.
You're not.
Yeah, if he's not a citizen, there are immigration consequences.
இப்படி இதனால உங்க இமிகிரேஷனுக்கு வந்துட்டு ஏதாவது கஷ்டம் வரலாம், உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் இல்லையா? இது உங்க ரெக்கார்ட்ல போனா உங்க இமிகிரேஷன் ஸ்டேட்டஸ் உங்க சிட்டிசன்ஷிப் ஸ்டேட்டஸ் வந்துட்டு எஃபெக்ட் ஆகலாம். தெரியும்? Yes, I understand.
You can be deported, excluded from the country, or denied naturalization.
உங்களுக்கு வந்துட்டு இந்த ஊர்ல சிட்டிசன்ஷிப் உங்க சிட்டிசன்ஷிப் எடுத்துக்கலாம், இல்லைன்னா உங்களுக்கு திருப்பி இந்தியா அனுப்பிச்சு விட்டுடலாம். அது கூட ஆகிறதுக்கு சான்ஸ் உண்டு, சம்பவம் உண்டு. பரவாயில்லையா?
பரவாயில்ல.
I'm fine with that
you
too.
also give up the right to appeal.
நீங்க மறுபடியும் இந்த கேஸ் சண்டை போடுறதுக்கு கூட முடியாது.
Yes, ma'am. I agree.
I understand that. I agree.
Once you plead guilty, the conviction will go on your record and it will be there for the rest of your life.
நீங்க ஒரு வாட்டி இவங்க குடுக்குற ஜட்ஜ்மெண்ட் நீங்க ஒத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா அது உங்க ரெக்கார்ட்ல எப்பவுமே இருக்கும். அது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் இல்லையா?
தெரியும் மேம்.
Yes, I understand that.
You can never come back at a later day and try to challenge or change this.
அப்புறம் வந்துட்டு இந்த இப்படி ரெக்கார்ட்ல எனக்கு இருக்கு, அது வந்துட்டு நான் மறுபடியும் சண்டை போடணும், நான் கோர்ட்டுக்கு போகணும், அதை உங்களுக்கு சொல்ல முடியாது உங்களுக்கு மறுபடி.
ஆமா ஒத்துக்கொள்றேன்.
Yes, I understand and I agree.
Okay, how do you plead to the charge of harassment? Guilty or not guilty?
So வீட்ல இந்த சண்டை போடுறது பத்திக்கு நீங்க ஒத்துக்கிறீங்களா? அந்த சண்டை நடந்தது என்ன ஒத்துக்கிறீங்களா இல்லைன்னா நடக்கல என்ன சொல்றீங்களா?
ஒத்துக்கொள்றேன். சண்டை நடந்தது.
I agree that I agree. I plead guilty.
Okay. I will find you guilty, sentence you to the punishment, and I will roll your court costs so you won't owe anything.
So உங்களுக்கு வந்துட்டு கோர்ட்டுக்கு எந்த காசு கொடுக்க தேவையில்ல, ஆனா உங்க ரெக்கார்ட்ல மட்டும் போகும். சரியா?
ஆமா, ஒத்துக்கொள்றேன்.
I agree to that.
I agree to that.
Do you have any questions?
ஏதாவது கேள்வி இருக்கா உங்களுக்கு கேக்குறதுக்கு? No, I don't.
No, I don't have anything. Any question?
You don't want
I
probation?
don't have any questions.
No.
உங்களுக்கு probation வேணுமா? இல்லனா இவ்வளவு நாளுக்கு எந்த தப்பு பண்ணாம இருந்திருந்தா அந்த கேஸ் வந்துட்டு டிஸ்மிஸ் பண்ணிடுவாங்க. அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது வேணுமா உங்களுக்கு?
டிஸ்மிஸ் பண்ணலாம், நான் சந்தோஷம்.
If there is an option to have my case dismissed,
what other
I'll
offers
be
do you
very
have,
happy.
Alex?
In this case, we have just the time served, Your Honor.
I don't know. That's something that you would have to speak to see if there are any other offers.
State has not offered anything else, Your Honor, other than time served.
Ask, you may welcome to ask, perhaps they will give you a different one.
Ask our chief, Michael Haddad. He will be the.
Would like to ask the chief
Yeah,
perhaps
step
for
back and come back.
an intervention program. Perhaps that would be something that they would be willing to offer, where it would be a dismissal if he completes it. Some, you can ask and see.
Can I just step back?
Take your time. There's no rush. And look, we don't have to do this today. If they offer you something like that, we give you time. It's old, but it's not too terribly old, so we can always give you more time.
Sure.
And we're
I'll
happy
be
to.
right back.
Take your time. Mr. Panalpa, please just take a seat momentarily. Okay, do not leave. Don't leave. Ms. Abraham, hang tight for me 1 second, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
No problem, Judge. I'll wait.
Morning, Ms. Scott.
How you been, Mr. Fleischer?
I'm sorry?
How you been?
Oh, good. Thank you. Ms. Scott, you're charged with assault of a family member. Why is she still in custody? What happened?
Well, she actually has a felony as well, Judge. And we
An
work.
assault?
Yes, Judge. I'm actually the attorney for the felony. I'm covering for a colleague, but so we came to an agreement. She has injury to a child in felony. So what they're basically saying is if she takes a 12-month misdemeanor in their misdemeanor, then they'll go ahead and dismiss the felony.
Okay.
So it's just when she pleads, I'll just run up to the 14.
How old is the child?
Shh. Let's see. 14.
You know, hell hath no fury as a scorned woman and a scorned teenager. No one can make your life a more living hell than a teenager who is hell on wheels. And what you do to a teenager now will impact them for the rest of their life. If you beat them into submission constantly to get them to do stuff, what do you think they're going to do to their kids?
The same.
Same thing. It's not fair. 99% of the people in Harris County are in jail because of one reason and one reason only. You want to take a guess why?
They're harming their kids. Harming their kids.
Self-control. You get upset, you wig out, and you unleash without thinking of what the consequence is. 99%, if I had to guess, self-control. What kind of injuries are we talking to the child here? What happened?
Says that the complainant, the 14-year-old, stated that she had observed the defendant drinking, and after the defendant returned home, she told the defendant to stop consuming, and that's when the defendant with an open palm pushed her and then began striking her multiple times and pinned her to the ground, and then bit her right ear, causing pain.
So the child has to tell you to stop drinking. One of the conditions that you will have while you're on this probation is not to consume alcohol. And I'm going to put a leg monitor on you so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. This is a scram ankle monitor, so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. Part of the other plea bargain that you will have to do is a parenting class as well. And I'm going to tell you now, if you have a drug and alcohol problem, you better address it, because if I find that you have issues with drugs and alcohol, I'm going to take care of it for you. And I promise you, Ms. Scott, you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand? If I find that you have a problem, we can always file a motion. We can see what's going on and put you in a rehab facility in the jail. And I will do that in a second to protect every single child of Harris County. Do you understand? Is CPS involved in your life? You're lucky that they aren't, but it's only a matter of time before they are. And I'm going to tell you, when CPS gets involved in your life, it really turns your whole household upside down, not to mention the cost that you will incur, because you're probably going to have to hire a lawyer to represent you on that as well. You are lucky that they're offering you something like this to avoid a felony, because anytime you can avoid a felony conviction, you're winning. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to hold you to this. One false move, they will file a motion to revoke. I'm going to put you in jail. And if I find that it's substance abuse issues, then we will well be looking at treatment in the jail. How long have you been in custody now?
4 months.
Who's taking care of the 14-year-old now?
She stayed with my mom and I stayed with my uncle. Before I came to jail, I was staying with all my kids were staying with me.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3, but my 2 youngest, they stay with their dads. So while I'm getting myself together, probation, whatever, my daughter will be with my mom. So, and I'll be with my uncle.
Every child needs a mother.
Yes, sir.
Child needs a father, because when mom and dad are away, when the cat's away, the mice will play. And when you're gone, they're doing who knows what. So they need you there for their guidance. They need you there for their love, because if you don't give it to them, you're going to have a miserable next 4 to 5 years of your life. As far as conditions, did we ever do a TRAS?
No.
I want to order one now.
Okay.
Okay. Scram within 3 days of release, 30 days to get a job, a parenting class, no drugs, no alcohol. Well, you know, the other thing I'm going to imagine is it'd be interesting to see if they're going to do some kind of anger management class, maybe a BIP or something like that, you know? Right. Okay. So, but would I? Okay. I'd like to, if we can, waive all the fees as well. So I'm going to try to waive as many of the fees as I can for you, but there's some things that you're going to have to pay for that I cannot pay for you. We can try to get TAP funding for you so that I can try to help you pay for as much as I can. As far as the scram, I don't know, you know, but I think that, I mean, I want to make sure, you know, I want this monitor on so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. And if you can show me after a couple months, you know, several months that you're trustworthy, we can talk about taking it off.
Yes, sir.
But my most important concern is that you're not drinking.
Yes, sir.
Don't drink at all. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, once you accept this agreement, that's it. It's either you are stuck with this until you either complete it successfully or you get violated and we issue a warrant for your arrest. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to keep you with this until we make sure that all the classes take. So that you don't.
Ask for it anyway. I was gonna ask for like AA for drinking and anger management anyway, so.
The TRAS, which is an evaluation to see, they're probably gonna have you doing intensive outpatient treatment as well.
Okay.
And an anger management class as well. I'll try to, like I said, I mean, you need a job though, because you need something to occupy your time as well.
Yes, that's why I'm going back once I get everything coordinated.
What were you doing before this?
I was working before all this happened. You know, I was a manager at Little Caesar.
And Judge, if I may ask, would the T-res be after she's been released, or would that be understood?
So, but I'm going to tell you that if you fail to show up for the TRAS, the evaluation, because we're setting it within just a couple of days, if you fail to go, I will immediately file a warrant and we're going to do it while you're in custody. You got to get the TRAS done. I'm giving you the opportunity to do it on the outside now, but if you fail us, then they'll issue a warrant. We're going to do it while you're in custody.
Do I come here for the TRAS?
We'll discuss it right to you where. So, I mean, all we're asking you to do, it's not that much. A parenting class, an anger management class, no drugs and no alcohol, and stick with the monitor for now. That's all you got to do.
I would. Whatever I have to do to show my kids I can do it, I'm willing to do it.
Oh, you need to also understand one thing. This comes with an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that you can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this as well. If you pick up another one of these cases, you will be charged with a third-degree felony. If you ever put your hands on someone else, even so much as you just squeeze a little bit to where it hurts, they can use this case to enhance you to a third-degree felony, 2 to 10 of the penitentiary. Do you understand? So the next time you get upset, it's going to happen. You need to find another release. A person is not a release. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that for a year. Ms. Scott, we want the best for you.
Yes,
You know, it's just all we're asking you to do is be nice. It's not hard. And if alcohol is a type of thing that makes you become into a Hyde, a Jekyll and Hyde, don't do it. All right. Good luck, man. Thank you, counsel.
I think I should come back over here. The company will take a
I got it, I got it.
You got it? Never mind.
Yes, sir.
All right. He has 2 cases, right?
Three, Judge.
3 trespass cases.
The rest of them.
So you're pleading, so there's an interference in 2 trespass cases. And let's see, it's gonna be a 2 by 2. It's a heck of a deal that you're working out, Mr. Williams, you know? You need to understand that this charge is gonna go on your record from now on. You're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. And if I were you, on all those places that you've had the trespass, if you ever go back, you're gonna come right back over here if you go over there. So I would avoid those places. Just don't go back. Because if you do, it's not gonna end up well, ever. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine the accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequence. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. The agreement you've worked out is 10 days in jail, credit for the 6 days that you've done, so it's a wash. But like I said, it will be a conviction on your record. This was with a deadly weapon. Did they confiscate a deadly weapon?
So Judge, there was no deadly weapon confiscated or found. In fact, the state was agreeing to strike that portion of the complaint. And that was the condition for Mr. Williams to enter into this deal. Because there was no weapon located, none found. The offense report even said there was no deadly weapon. So Chief did agree.
Make sure,
to-
I didn't know if something was confiscated or.
No,
Just to add, the information doesn't reflect that at all. It's an ordinary trespass as pled. It's just maybe an error as for how.
I see, got it. Okay, all right.
Good.
How do you plead to the officer? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, sir.
Find you guilty, I will send it to the agreement. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything, and best of luck to you, Mr. Wood.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Have fun.
Thank you a lot.
Over this one, sir.
Okay, great state of Texas. You ready?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Miss, oh, she left. She's not here.
Judge, she's in the waiting room again.
Oh, okay, great. Oh, hold on, hold on.
Oh, there we go.
Ms. Wickenhofer,
Yes.
good morning.
Good morning. Here, I'll show you my video. Oh,
Thank you for coming.
yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I've been trying to get in this whole time and it was giving me problems. I apologize.
So you have filed a petition for non-disclosure on a
Yes.
DWI.
Yes.
The problem is that, and the way that I read the law is that non-disclosures are used when someone has done a deferred adjudication, they've successfully completed it, and then they are allowed to, because they've completed successfully, have whatever case they did the deferred on sealed so that the general public cannot see it. You took a conviction on this case. If I remember correctly, you took a straight conviction on this case. So I don't think that you're eligible for a non-disclosure unless you can show me differently.
I mean, it happened like 6 years ago. So, I mean, I thought by the state of Texas, you're allowed to get a non-disclosure, if not expunge, if you only have one offense of a DWI.
No, the law, no, what matters is what happened on your case. The time, the length of how long it was ago, the numerical, the number of how many you have doesn't make a difference as far as whether to grant this non-disclosure or not. So, unless you can show me differently, I just don't think that you're eligible for a non-disclosure. I mean, look, Ms. Wickenhofer, I love to grant non-disclosures because I love to see people trying to better their lives. So if I could, I would, but I can't. I absolutely love it when people try to better themselves. It's great, but you took a straight conviction. I think if I remember correctly, it was like, let me see, I can pull it up here.
My thing, it was my lawyer's decision. And to me, like, it's my life. So at the end of the day, my lawyer decided on what to do. And I didn't really know what was going on.
You can't say that because they go over all the plea paperwork with you. They tell you exactly what's happening. And
Well, why would I file for guilty or anything if I don't want it on my record? That's my thing, is I wouldn't file for guilty if I want it.
I mean, I can't really get into your mind about what happened about 5 years ago. I don't know what was going on in your life 5 years ago. All I know is that you pled guilty to this offense. You were sentenced to 4 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you had. And we didn't.
I didn't even do days in jail though. I didn't do any days in jail.
Sorry?
I didn't any what you're saying right now is not what happened. So I didn't
You
do
got
4 days
what's in essence called time served, meaning that you walked out of here because you pled guilty and you got a 90-day license suspension. The sentence technically is 4 days in jail. We gave you credit for the 2 days that you did, so you didn't have to do any jail time.
Oh, okay.
The only thing you did was incurred a 90-day license suspension. I even rolled your court costs so you wouldn't owe anything, where normally people pay around $3,500. So we also did that for you. So, but by virtue of the plea, you're not eligible for disclosure.
But I just, to me, that doesn't make any sense. So just because I pled non-consent or I needed to plea non-consent, to me, like, I don't go out and get into trouble all the time. I'm no criminal. So to me, like, I didn't know those things, and I don't believe that those things were communicated to me, that I had to plea a certain way. So that way, later down the road, when I'm trying to get it off my record, and it's not even about bettering my life is better than it's ever has been before. It's not about me trying to, it is better. And the fact that I didn't know that, I don't feel like I should be tormented or felt, disciplined because I didn't know exactly how to plead, because I haven't ever been through this before, if that makes sense. I've never been through this before. So to me, I shouldn't be disciplined or held against my will because I didn't know exactly how to plead. I've never done this before, and I don't have guidance on how to plead because I don't know a bunch of criminals just hanging out telling me how to work the courts. So to me, it's kind of messed up because I don't know exactly what to say or when to say it. I just listened to my lawyers at the end of the day, and I still obviously didn't do the right thing. So if you could please understand that circumstance, because obviously I wouldn't have purposely meant to do this to myself by accidentally pleading the wrong thing. Obviously, I meant to plead the right thing so it can come off my record. I'm a teacher at a junior high right now. I'm actually at work now. I have 2 little kids. I'm trying to teach my business, but obviously, I just want it to be non-disclosure, so I don't have to ever file for this anymore, and it doesn't have to stay with me for the rest of my life. Like, God forgives,
you need to
I
understand,
forgive,
though,
other people can forgive.
No,
So
I know that you're upset with the news. But a couple things. Number one, no one forces anyone to plead guilty around here. Everything done around here is with everyone's consent, and you sign plea paperwork to that effect, indicating that you were advised, you agree with it, and you came up here and you voluntarily pled to the case. I understand you now
but why would I do that though? Like,
well, how am I supposed to know why you did that?
okay, well, I made a mistake, Judge. I made a mistake. I don't know about these things, is what I'm telling you. I don't get in trouble. I don't know what to do. I'm doing what the people tell me to do. And if I would have known that pleading guilty would lead me here, I wouldn't have done it. I did not know. I was unaware and
advise you to the
uninformed.
fact, like everybody, that there's no buyer's remorse. This isn't like Target. When you plead guilty, you can return it because you don't like it. This is a lifetime decision, and every person that comes up here, we ensure that they understand that they are making a lifetime decision. Once you plead guilty, that's it. If you have any issues, you can always go back and talk to the person who represented you. But I'm telling you now that
that was 6 years ago.
It is what it is.
I don't even remember who represented me.
You should be able to look it up, and you should be able to find. Okay. I will say this, though. I will say this, that the type of remedy you are seeking, a non-disclosure, even with this type of order that is granted, it seals it from the general public. All agencies will still be able to see this regardless. So if you ever apply to the state to become something, they will be able to see this, right? All this does is it masks it from the general public. So like if you apply for, I'm getting more than what I should, right? But if you have any issues, what you can do is talk to a lawyer. They can advise.
So it stays on my record forever, no matter what, even if I get it disclosed?
Ms. Wickenhofer, I can't give you legal advice, okay? But what I'm willing to do is that if you want, I can give you your money back. And if you want to, I can put this off for a couple days for you to talk to a lawyer if you'd like, to see,
Give me my money back for what?
For the filing fee. You had to pay a $250 filing fee, did you not?
Yeah, I guess that was in the easy expunction thing.
Sure. Oh, well, no, you had it waived, I think. Hold on a second. Let me see. You had it waived. She did a waiver, right? So that she didn't pay?
Okay.
Okay, so there's nothing to give back then. Okay. All right. So basically, long and short of it is I can't grant this for you. If you want, I can put it off for a couple of days so you can go talk to a lawyer about it. and we can set you off for mid next week if you want. But I'm basically telling you how it's gonna go.
I'm just confused though. How come y'all can't expunge DWIs if you only have one? I
can't-
literally
Ms.
researched
Wickenhopper, I
that.
can't give you legal advice. You need to talk to a lawyer about that.
Okay.
May the state make an argument that
Please.
may assist the defendant.
This is the district attorney on your case.
Okay. So in the government code, chapter 411, subchapter E1, specifically 411.0735, which is a procedure for convictions on certain misdemeanors, the court only has discretion to issue a non-disclosure if they're convicted of cases other than DWIs, among other things. So DWI convictions on a misdemeanor plea are one of those cutouts in the government code in which the judge, even if he wanted to, could not grant a non-disclosure. So because the defendant in this case took a plea of 4 days county jail, which is effectively a time served, the state's opinion is the government code does not allow the court to issue or grant a non-disclosure in this case.
Because I pleaded guilty, but either way, what the judge is saying is that even if it's a non-disclosure, it's still probably applicable to see through other employees, like they're able to see it anyways. So I guess it really doesn't matter. Is that what you're saying, Judge?
Ms. Wickenhopper, I can't give you legal advice. I can't. As much as I'd like to, I can get in trouble for doing that. So Mr. Haddad was nice enough to tell you why you're not eligible for it. The only thing I can tell you now is that if you want, you can go talk to a lawyer, and I'm willing to give you a short reset for you to go do that to see if there's something else. But you tell me, what would you like?
That's fine. I guess a reset, and then I'll call them and ask them.
Okay. Tell me what day next week do you want to do this again?
Wait, can we do it at the same time? Like 10:30 through 12? That's 10 to 12. I'm usually off. So
sure, of course. Tell me what day.
Any day. I guess Monday.
Is that enough time for you to go talk to a lawyer?
Yeah, I'm gonna call them right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, lawyers.
them.
Remember, lawyers are really busy, so be patient. Don't expect them to just jump at just.
It's not a lawyer. It's a expunsion people. They're the ones who's working it. Not me.
Remember,
not a lawyer.
Talk to a lawyer. Don't talk to these people who are not lawyers, because they may give you shoddy advice. So be careful who you talk to. You know?
Okay. Yes,
if you
sir.
talk to some Joe Schmo who tells you they know. All right.
What day?
So what do you want, Monday?
Yeah, Monday sounds good. At what time?
All right, done. Same time, noon on Monday.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. See you then.
Take care. Bye.
And are you ready, Judge, for the plea?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
The interpreter?
No. This is the background. I'm waiting.
Judge, the problem is her time was up at 12, and that's probably why she logged out. So we're trying to see if she has anything else scheduled, to see if she can log back on.
Couldn't tell us, hey man, I gotta go in 10 minutes.
She's been here since 10, and counsel showed up at like 11:30.
Well, that's okay. They have stuff, but I mean, at least give us a heads up that you can only be here till noon.
I agree for sure, but we booked her for 2 hours, so I think that's what the issue is. She logged on.
It's really for his benefit, you know? You wanna do it again next week?
The next week I've got court hearings in San Antonio.
The following week?
The week after.
Sure, of course. So don't get her here now. We'll do it in 2 weeks. Don't worry about it.
The week after would 8th, the Friday be okay, November?
Oh, any day but Friday, because arraignments we have. Any day but Friday, it doesn't matter. If you want 3 weeks, you can have 3 weeks.
The week after.
Okay, whatever day you want, except for Friday. Done.
Oh, Judge, she's trying to get in there.
Oh. I just have Church of the Transfiguration. That's all I have in the waiting room. I don't think that's her.
Earlier, she at least said interpreter on it.
Right, she put interpreter last time.
And it had her name and then it said interpreter right behind it.
And I knew that we were waiting for an interpreter, so that's why I let her in, but so. Yeah, man, she in the wrong place. I mean, I don't know if. Do you want me to call him?
No, I already did it. They said she was trying to log on, so that's fine. I'll just reset it for.
Well, it's kind of silly since everyone's here. If she's trying to log on too, she's just in the wrong room. Well, I don't know. What you tell me? What do you want to do? You want to just set it for 2 weeks?
That'd be fine.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That way you don't have to wait any longer. I don't know when she's going to get here. If.
That'll
Okay.
work for me, Your Honor.
Okay.
Just wanted to let the court know that we're pretty much doing this pro bono for him, Your Honor.
Well, thanks. That's nice.
He's not able to pay for it. There's a nonprofit organization that is helping him.
We'll also help waive the fees so that he, you know.
Just wanted to bring it up to your
Thanks.
attention. Thank you, Anna. Maybe we get excused.
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
How is 11:11? Is that good work for you?
yes. Good job today, guys. Good job.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, she's here. She's here. No.
You want me to see if I can catch him?
Oh,
The state is.
I know the state. I'll call. Miss Abraham.
So sorry. I just got disconnected and couldn't connect back. Have they left?
Okay, you're here. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
So I mean, all I need is a state.
All I need is a raise.
Man, you just got a raise.
No, I did not. That was like 4 months ago. That was 6 months ago.
Can you help me out? I'm trying to get this last plea done and the state already left and I tried calling Michael and I can't get a hold of him, but I got you. I just need one representative from the state. Thanks. Okay, fine. I got Nathan coming up. Hey, we'll get it done. Beetle. Well, I mean, he answers. I don't have anybody else's number.
We don't like, this is beneath me.
He's such a great guy, you know?
Judge, we'll waive the fees. Anything else?
We're doing a deferred, right? So what are the conditions?
Hello?
And 2 hours of anger management with the TRS, and then no threatening or harassing.
BIP and a 2-hour anger management class?
And I fear a problem may be finding a provider that also speaks Tamil or whatever the language is. I guess we'll cross this bridge when we get there.
No.
Or he'll have to have an interpreter go with him to all his classes.
I'm so glad that you brought that up because that's something that we're gonna have to talk about it with him.
With the classes.
BIP, a TRAS, and no threatening or harassing. Thank you so much for coming.
Sorry, Judge, that I'm underdressed, but.
No,
I was
I'm
literally
happy that you're
walking out
here.
To lunch. I was literally walking.
I'm so sorry. Look, they left. We have a translator here that speaks to me, or Tamil, and.
So, I remember this. This is a harassment case. I do remember it, yes.
So initially, come up, guys. So
I remember
initially,
talking to this young lady here, his lawyer earlier.
doing
Yes.
it pro bono,
Yes.
you know, just great job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. So really. So, okay, Miss Abraham, are you ready? No. Serenity now.
She was there, just, I saw her.
Can we call her real fast?
We've called like 50 times. Come on, come
Is this
back,
playing
please. Come back.
Did you kick her out, Judge?
No, just let her, I mean,
Thank you for coming back.
Sure.
you know, this is something else that she brought up that, let me make sure that they make a sound anytime it comes in. So one of the things that he's going to have to do is an anger management class. You will have to do an anger management class,
Okay.
but I don't think they offer it in Tamil.
English.
Is it online or is it, which one?
So
does it say?
this is
there any
the office.
specificity?
This is what, so initially we were gonna do a time served, and then I said, you know, he's never had an issue. He's, how old are you, sir? 70, 65?
76.
76 years old. I didn't want to, you know, so she asked for deferred. I think, did you ask for a PTI as well, or no? They asked for, so Michael
I know,
ended
I
up.
was here. I remember.
But I don't think that they have classes in Tamil, which is his first language.
Yeah.
So
You can do it in English, you know.
I can do
But
it.
if it's online, I don't know if he has a computer.
No, I have no knowledge in computer that much.
Well, the interesting thing, if I may add something, Judge, obviously this is a deferred now with you. The judge is aware of your circumstances.
Yeah.
He has spoken to you on several occasions, and he is ultimately a determiner if you violate your agreement or not. And I'm sure, based upon everything we've been doing in this case, that the judge would be understanding if there is some language barrier to get something done. I've known the judge a long time before he was a judge, so
Yes.
I would be highly speculative if he would do something outside that realm. I would doubt it.
I'm only saying I think he'll get more if he understands it in his
Of course.
native language. And
Of course.
so you may need to bring someone with you to help you translate,
Okay.
is all I'm saying.
To the probation or for the.
To
anger
the
management?
class or classes.
Classes, because I don't think that they'll give it to him in Tamil.
There are not very many people who can translate in Tamil, Your Honor. There are not too many people, even in the nonprofit that I'm associated with, where he's getting the help. They speak the language called Hindi, but not many people who speak Tamil. I was born, raised in a state where I speak Tamil. That's how I'm able to.
Do you speak Hindi?
No.
I am from Sri Lanka.
Right.
So
There's
we
no
have
Hindi in
there are
Sri
two
Lanka.
language only, Sinhala and Tamil.
Huh?
There were like two groups and they're.
But he can do English to some extent.
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
All I'm
But he
suggesting
doesn't have
is
a
if there is a complication, I'm sure the judge will be understanding of trying to get it done. There are other places where I don't think they would be as understanding, but I know the judge will.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Your Honor.
We want to make sure that you're able to complete the classes so that
How many, one month?
is one class per week for 18 weeks. So it's 18 classes that you will have to do.
Okay.
And I will make you a deal. Once you complete the classes, see, there's a phone number there trying to get in, but I don't want to get porn bombed. I don't know who it is. Last time she's been
They're
putting
not-
interpreter.
Let's try it.
Let him in. That's a huge risk.
Tell everybody to cover their eyes.
And ears. Remember how loud it was? Right. No, I can't take that chance. I don't know.
Okay.
You understand what's happening now?
Yeah, I know, sir.
This is a probation.
Yeah.
If you complete it, you do not end up with a conviction. This is good because when you're coming back in and out of the country, a conviction like this could hurt you.
Yeah.
If you want to go to Canada, they're not going to let you in with this conviction.
Okay.
This is why it's important. Once you complete the class, I will take you off.
Okay.
All we want you to do is the class. Also here it says no threatening, harassing, abusive contact with Lakshmi. Is that your wife?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you still have contact with her?
Are you in contact with your wife?
No. Not,
You don't want?
For the last 6 months, I have no contact.
You don't want to?
No, sir.
Sure?
Yes, sir.
You can if you want. Just be nice.
No, sir. Because I have done everything to them, but I gave a house in Sri Lanka also, but I don't know what happened now there. I can't go over there also because as a gift to her, I signed and gave to her. At the time, when my lawyer looked at me, I said, no, write the deed on her name, and I gave it. But I trust her. But
what about your daughters, though? You don't want to have contact with your daughters?
no, no, because
daughters need their fathers.
They got the citizenship because of me. I passed the test to get the citizenship. From me only, they got the citizenship. She didn't get the citizenship. I don't know what I don't know. But
if they see that you're doing these classes, maybe they will come around and want to have communication with you. If they see that you are bettering yourself.
I don't know, sir. I don't trust them because, after this one, because the last one, the daughter, she will come and crawl and come like this. And I wake up and I make the milk and give the feeder. She drink and the young. After that, every day I work in the night, sit in the balcony and come later. I come and a little sleep. After that, I make her ready for the nursery class. I don't have a car that time. I fix a baby seat to the cycle and go to Cimarron Elementary. I am a territorial civil. I worked in the territorial civil organization in Sri Lanka, and I am getting a pension over there. Now I am trying to go there because I want to get the pension for the last 10 years. It is stuck over there.
You don't want to stay here?
No, because of the kids. I don't worry about her because she is not taking care of the kids. Because of the kids, I will stay here because they are girls, not boys. That's why I stay here. And
need your help. They need your help.
Yeah, everything they are coming and asking that the vice Nika also coming and asking for the car. So I have an idea to get a SUV, but she came and asked me for a car. So she looked the car, select the car and came to me. Then I cancelled my thing and I bought the car to him. After that, everything finished. She got the job. And after that, she bought another car, that is used car. So I asked her, why you are buying that car? This car is I bought it for you. You can continue the payment. I am not asking the payment.
And you got in a fight because of this?
Huh?
Did you get into a fight because of this, of the new car?
No. Because Because one day after finishing the college and everything, she got the work. After that, she find a person and she has gone. So
Okay, the only thing I wanted to say is that it's important for children to have their fathers in their lives. If you want to talk with them, you can while you're on probation. Just be nice. No threats at all.
no, I am.
Okay.
I am not talking to them, but
No,
only for the.
I'm
Judge
saying-
is saying you can talk to your children, but no threatening.
No, I am.
சண்டை போடாம நீங்க பேசலாம்னு
I am not
சொல்லிருக்காங்க.
threatening, sir. I am trying to help
No,
them
we
for the
understand. In
study.
the future,
Future.
just in the future.
Yeah, in the future,
nice.
in the future
Be nice.
also.
முன்னாடி போனா பேசலாம் ஆனா threaten பண்ணாம பேசலாம் உங்க பசங்க விட.
அதுக்கு அவங்க பேசணும் என்னோட.
ஜட்ஜ் சொல்றேன் உங்களுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி தேவை இருக்கு. ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கு.
எனக்கு விருப்பம்.
So understand, all the rights that we spoke about before are the same here. If you complete the probation, no conviction on your record.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Understand.
If you violate the probation, then you have to come back to court and we will issue a warrant for your arrest. If you ever have problems, contact her or come back here and let us know and we will help you out. If you ever have a problem, just come back and we can help you.
For the last 7 months, I am away from the house. I am not, I am cooking myself and everything. I am not secret or nothing. I am not going that road also. I forget that road.
Hey, you can have contact with Lakshmi and your daughters after today.
Sir,
He's giving you, you don't want to, that's a different thing. You have the option.
no,
Understand?
If you're
Just the
nice.
option.
If you're nice.
I like my kids.
Great.
And I want my granddaughter also in Canada. But I don't want to because she is a problem. So.
Okay. My only other problem is I cannot pay for your anger management class, but I will take all the fees off. Okay? You will have to pay for the anger management class. Can you do this?
How much? I don't know.
I don't know. Where?
This one is about, it's $30 a session, something about $300.
It's about the entire class. It's around $300.
You should be able to, Your Honor,
Pay
otherwise
as you go.
It might be more than.
I don't know for sure.
500. Let's
Hey,
just-
Judge, the interpreter's in the waiting room.
No, she's not. She's not.
said
I'm
she-
looking.
Are
No,
you?
she's in a different waiting room. She's not. I don't know what waiting room she is. Maybe purgatory, but she's not here. The blind leading the blind. Okay.
Your Honor, if he doesn't have the money, the nonprofit organization will pitch in for the payment of.
Oh, that's wonderful. They can help you with money if you need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll definitely help
Yeah.
him out on that.
If you ever have a problem, come back. We'll
Yes, sir.
help you with whatever you need, however we
We
need.
appreciate it, Your Honor. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Okay, so how do you plead to the case? Guilty or not guilty?
I'm guilty.
I will not find you guilty. I will wait. If you complete the probation, you will not end up with a conviction. Do you understand?
I can follow the class. I have no problem.
As long as you do the classes, you will be okay with us. Okay?
Okay.
We wish you the best of luck.
Thank
Like
you.
I said, any problems, come back. We can help you.
Yes.
I
Sure.
have just one question, Your Honor. When does he start the anger?
So
management?
Shatoria will tell you of how and when things need to happen for him.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Your Honor, for
Absolutely.
your
Thank you
kindness.
so much. Of course. Okay.
you
Good
so
luck, Mr. Palm.
Maybe I excuse for lunch, Judge?
No, Stay and hang out.
Come on.
I'm hungry.
Mr. Bloom, thank you so much for coming.
Sure.
And thanks, Nathan.
Hey, not many people's gonna speak it with you. You'd be like one of two.
How did 2 cases take a whole hour? Oh my gosh.
Hey, just be happy.
I will after I get a raise.
Be happy. Life is short.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You did great.
Appreciate it, really.
Well, and you did great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Right on this docket. Bye, everyone.
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. We love you, and we will see you bright and early for arraignment day tomorrow. Have a wonderful afternoon. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think you know what that means. That means the docket's done. There's no more of that until tomorrow morning. And after that, we'll have another one of these tomorrow night. So come on by, hang out, talk about the cases with us. Wixom, what do you mean? What showed us how I do the wolf thing? That thing? The wolf thing? I know, K-Bart. If you wanna holler at me, I'll I don't have anything else to play. Come hang out with me in Killjoy Discord chatters. Anyway, I'll holler at you guys tomorrow evening. There'll be another Fleischer Forum at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then Saturday we'll have our regular old weekend review cases. No, it's not a Discord for me. It's a different thing. Don't get hung up on that Discord thing. K-Bark knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, going by on Saturday. Hang out, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what Mondays are looking like anymore. Mondays may be changing. So we may not be doing the 7 p.m. Monday night thing anymore. We may be transitioning into more of a we may do kind of a mixed bag. We'll see. If Wolfie had his own Discord, people would maybe be interested, but let's not play the if games right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what I was talking about with the Discord, I play video games and I participate in a gaming guild called Killjoy. They have a Discord. So Killjoy members, people who game with Killjoy, hang out in there. I usually, after I finish these streams, will go and play one manner of video game or another, and usually I will hang out and chat with people after this in the gaming community, not necessarily with the court community. I will do that while I'm watching court cases and stuff, but you know, that's really what that's all about. K-Bark is actually one of my Elder Scrolls Online friends. And we hang out a lot together. And I used to stream Elder Scrolls Online a lot. That's what I did before this. It's actually how I cut my teeth, figuring this type of stuff out. There you go. That's the story. Sticking to it. Hey Bart, come chat with me. I'm in the Killjoy Guild, Discord, chat. Later, guys.